water with me. I'm definitely ready. Welcome back to my channel. If you subscribe to my channel, then you'd already know that I am quite deep into a whole yoga and meditation journey. And today I would like to talk about me trying to meditate for 100 days in a row. Now, this whole idea about meditating for 100 days is coming from a yoga challenge that I've done a couple of years ago, which was quite popular on here, and it was such a good experience for me to do personally that I thought I could try the same with meditation. So let's get into this video. If you've never done any sort of meditation and you don't really know what it is, what it's good for, then I will strongly urge you to inform yourself and start educating yourself. There's definitely a lot of information out there. But yeah, the general sense of meditation is that you sit down, you can actually lay down, meditation is possible in so many ways, but to make it really easy right now, you just sit down, you start breathing normally, and you are trying to switch off your thoughts for a bit while focusing on your breathing. And I know this might sound so easy, and if you've never done this before, you're probably like, what? But I promise you, once you start doing that, it's gonna become one of the most hardest things in life, without even exaggerating. I don't know, the first time I meditated, which is many moons ago, I struggled a lot to just sit in silence for just a minute, trying not to focus too much on my thoughts. And now, a couple years later, I'm still there. Sometimes I feel like I haven't learned anything, this whole meditation practice, but other times I do feel quite rewarded because I can sit there 10-15 minutes, and sometimes I do get that feeling of completely zoning out and just being super zen, and it's a great feeling. The benefits of meditation are quite broad too, and I'm not going to be able to cover all of them in just one video with everything else that's been going on here, or that I want to talk about. But one of the main reasons why I started meditation was to calm my anxiety, and possibly also to respond to things that trigger me a bit calmer. Not that I have a rage issue or something like that, but I do get quite upset about things that just don't matter in the long run, and meditation is a really good way to work on that. And it's not called meditation practice for no reason. It really is a practice that you have to commit to. So you know a little bit about what meditation is and my kind of journey. I just want to say that I have tried different ways to meditate. So you can just basically sit down, set yourself a timer or whatever, and close your eyes and start breathing. That's probably the most common thing that I do as well. But in the past, I've tried out guided meditations as well. So this is another option if you struggle a lot with just sitting by yourself in complete silence, and that's fair enough. So if you go on YouTube and you put in guided meditations, or you look into your app store, there's this great app called, what's it called, that orange app with the nice British lad. It's not coming to me. I'm gonna put it somewhere here. Yeah, they've got really good free meditations as well that are guided, and the most important thing is that you just give it a go. The initial reason why I wanted to try this 100 days of meditation now was that I just couldn't get into routine with meditation because everything in my life kept changing. I kept moving around, jobs kept changing, and on one side I was longing for some sort of routine in my life, and on the other side I wanted a bit of stability in my meditation practice, because I'm the kind of person that as soon as something in my life changes, I need to put everything else on hold, and I can't just focus on my normal routines. And I know that's a really bad thing, but yeah, that's something I really struggle with. So yeah, that was kind of like the initial push to start this meditation journey of 100 days. Now let's talk about the actual journey. Have I made it? Have I not made it? Because in the title you may have already read it correctly that I tried to do 100 days, and I have to disappoint you here. Gotta be honest, I didn't do a full 100 days in a row. I mean, now I'm probably at like 110 days after I started this journey, but I think I've probably effectively meditated maybe 80 out of these 100 days, which is still pretty good. But yeah, I just have to be honest with you and say that it's not been consecutive 100 days without a break, because yeah, sometimes I just forgot. Other days I couldn't be bothered, or I'd be busy. I know this is like the main excuse, I'm just too busy. But something I have to work on is making time instead of trying to find time, which I will definitely never find. And also being okay with short practices. Like my usual meditation practice is about 10 minutes, which is still quite a quick practice, but this is all I can do right now, as I'm just too fidgety still. I'm trying to get to the root of this right now, because I used to be really good, and a couple of years ago I was able to meditate 20-25 minutes and just sit still without any distractions, and now I'm just like, whoa, is it time yet? That's definitely one thing I need to work on. Talking about the actual meditation progress, what I've definitely seen from like the first couple of practices until like maybe a month or two in, is that you are establishing a routine, a lifestyle, and it can be so tough in the beginning to try and do that every single day, because you're just like, oh, I can't be bothered, I want to do other things, and you probably also don't really experience all the benefits just yet. So if you're in a stage, like caught up in a stage like that, where you don't really want to keep going because you don't see any benefits, or yeah, it's just not making a lot of sense for you, then I definitely urge you to keep on doing it, because sooner or later the benefits will show up. And what's the worst that can happen? You sit down for 5 or 10 minutes a day and focus on your breathing, which will eventually calm down your high blood pressure. It will calm down your anxiety. It will make you a calmer person. And if you are a little worryhead, like I am personally, I just worry about everything all the time, it's nice to be able to switch off my excessive overthinking for a few minutes a day, just by focusing on my breathing. So a lot of people make the mistake and think, oh, when you're on your meditation practice, you're not allowed to think any thoughts, which is completely untrue. You're always gonna think something. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have a brain, it's obviously working in most cases, and you are gonna think thoughts. That's just how it is. The whole point of this is to recognize once a thought is arising, and then just gently let it go. My door just flung open. We've gotta go sit here. Anyway, so yeah, where was I? Once a thought is arising, you acknowledge that it's there, and then you let it go. You go back to your breathing, and as long as you really, really, really focus on your breathing, your thoughts in the background, they will eventually quiet down a bit. And then they're gonna rise again, and then you're gonna focus on your breathing again, and then, oh no, did I turn off the oven? Okay, breathing deep. Repeating itself, and keep going back to your breathing. So at the end of this, I can only say that I definitely recommend trying out these kind of challenges, because if not, then if you're struggling with meditation or like with any sort of practice like I do, it's easy to just be like, oh, I haven't meditated yesterday, oh, may as well not do it today. If you set yourself a goal like I did and you somehow make it to the end, then it's a quite rewarding feeling. And remember that you are gonna make it to the end anyway, whether or not you're gonna meditate. So do you want to look back in 3 months' time and you've improved nothing? Or you could start with as little as 2 minutes and just increase it every week, and in a few months, who knows where you're gonna be. I think this video is meant to be a little motivation and information, as well as a little kick in the butt if you thought about meditating. It goes really well with yoga, which don't even get me started. I have neglected my yoga journey real bad. But you know what? After I finish this video, I'm going to make myself a smoothie. I'm going to meditate and do yoga. Maybe yoga first. And work on my routines. That's all I've got to say on my behalf. If you have any sort of video recommendations that are kind of like in this yoga meditation challenge area, let me know in the comments. And definitely check out my video I did 100 days of yoga with Adrian, because that was quite a journey too. I hope I will see you guys in my next video, whichever that will be, and take care. Bye.